Hey everybody, it is Tara here from Road to Nowhere. So I said on my Instagram that I would kind of update you guys what's going on with my health. I know I put in my YouTube videos that I have a mobility issue, and that is true. I have advanced arthritis in my left knee. That was confirmed 5 years ago, like in 2018. And the last 4 months or so, my right knee, which is my good knee, has gotten more and more painful each day. No obvious cause for it. I've not had a bad fall. I've not hit it with anything, although I have offered my friends 100 pounds to take my sledgehammer to it because it hurts me so much. It's like, go ahead and just break it and then they'll have to fix it. And so it's just been hard getting it seen to. I get the NHS is under a lot of strain, under a lot of pressure, but that doesn't mean that people should just be cast aside as it feels. So at my GP, I think it's quite common around in England, is you have to call at 8 a.m. exactly for an on-the-day appointment. Chances are that's not going to happen, but if you get, if you're past caller number 10, that's just not going to happen. Sorry, we're booked up. Try again tomorrow. Okay, bye. There are some nice receptionists. I'm not blaming the receptionist. I don't like the system. I don't understand why, when it's a non-emergency, you're not coughing up blood, you're not vomiting, you're not, it's an obvious, I'm quite sick and I need to see someone and get some medication. If it's a non-emergency, if it's, my knee's been hurting and I need to see a GP, or I need to, you should be able to book in advance, especially if you work. Luckily, my boss is very kind, very understanding, and he's like, do what you gotta do. Just let me know and just do it. Go, whatever, go, do it. This is my messy bedroom, so excuse. I'm 45. I work 3 jobs, and and I can't get around. So yes, it's messy. Anyway, so day by day, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And at first, yeah, I thought, oh great, I'm getting arthritis in this knee too, because it kind of felt like just kind of a bit of a. I go, ooh, that's a bit tight, or that's a bit something. But but it was working. It was fine. I could get around fine-ish. But yeah, about 3-4 months ago, it was a different kind of pain. And it was getting worse literally every day. And I tried to book in with a GP. Same thing. Can't get in. Try again tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. So I just kind of, okay, whatever. So then last month in December, early December, I took myself to an urgent treatment care place, hospital, where I took my son, because a couple years ago, when it was still COVID, but things were slightly lifting, he did fall. And I was in my room, and he was in the lounge. It was early morning. He was in the lounge playing his virtual game. And he was, dodging and ducking the bad guys. It was 18 at the time, I think. And so he was just, ducking and weaving and doing stuff he normally does. And then I hear a boom, a crash. And then I hear, oh, fuck, Mom, come help me. And then the next thing I know, he's pulling himself along the floor on his hand so he couldn't get up, like a zombie, pulling himself along the floor to get to me. And I take him to this place, and he says, what's happened? And they give him an MRI, give him a leg brace, with the metal along the sides, and crutches, and says, not bed rest, but obviously you stay off your leg for so long, and if it doesn't get better, come back, that kind of thing. So I thought, great, well, I know they do MRI, so I'll take myself there. I say, look, I'm in a lot of pain. I think I've torn something, because And I get, well, you've got arthritis in your left knee, so it's probably just now going into your right knee for overuse, and lose some weight and it'll be fine. He didn't even do a full, like, movement check or anything. He was like, well, it's not swollen, it's not hot to the touch or anything. He, like, bent it a little bit, and that was it. It was literally, well, it's probably arthritis in your right knee. You're getting that again now. And you're overweight. So tell me something I don't know. Lose some weight and it'll start to get better. Bye. That was it. And so then last week, after my trip to Rome, which I know just made it worse because I was on it quite a lot, but I'm one of these, I have to go when I can. I don't like not being able to do, and I'll be damned if I let this stop me from doing what I can do. But I should have been easier on it. Anyway, so I took myself to a local community hospital. See, and I said to them, I said, well, kind of gave way under me, and I fell. I caught myself, but I did fall, and it's been bothering me for ages. I need to see someone. So I saw a nurse, lovely nurse, useful nurse, who did the normal, push my hand this way with your knee, push my hand that way with my knee, straighten and lift your leg as best you can. And she could see I was struggling, and there wasn't much power to push her hand far either way. And then she did something. I'm not sure what she did, because for the next 30 seconds, my mind was on fire, basically, from pain. I don't know if she bent my leg out in a certain way or turned my leg or what she did, but I basically just leapt, figuratively, obviously, but leapt, like, clung to the thing, was like, ah! And it was so loud and so quick, my reaction, because it was a real reaction. She hurt me. Not purposely, obviously. And she literally dropped my legs. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God, oh, my God. And she was so apologetic. She said, I'm so sorry I hurt you. She said, no, no, no. I said, please, if that's what it takes for someone to see this is real, I am in a lot of pain, and something is wrong, do it again if you have to. Do something else. So, she's like, no, no. She's like, you're good. So she filled out a form for me to come back the next day and have an x-ray done. So did the x-ray. X-ray is great. She says, beautiful. There's no arthritis in your right knee. So whatever is called, I just tapped it lightly and it hurt. She's like, whatever is going on, it's muscular. It's a tendon, it's a ligament, it's a meniscus tear. It's nothing to do with the bones. So it's not arthritis. So now I've got proof of that, which eventually I knew it weren't that, because it was a different pain. It was a different, your body, right? We can sit here and listen to doctors and all that, but then we know our body. We know when something's not right, and we know when something is different. I hear you. Aubie's in there meowing. So I left there, because she was, and after the x-ray, she said, check back with your GP in 2 weeks. And I was like, huh, okay, fine. So I went into my GP and re-registered for the online access, because I couldn't find my password and login details and all that mess. And while I was there, I was like, look, I've just come from the hospital. They've done an x-ray. They want me to check in with the GP in 2 weeks' time. Can I go ahead and book that? No, you have to call up on the day, I'm afraid. Really, Karen? Really? Because I'm telling you now, I've been advised by a nurse at the hospital to follow up with my GP in 2 weeks' time for this x-ray and what's going on. So no can do. But she's like, oh, but I see, we've not had a blood pressure check in quite a while. Do you mind taking a few minutes and using the machine over there, the do-it-yourself machine? Okay, sure. So I sit there for a couple of minutes, because and still at the back of my head, I'm like, I gotta get to work. I'm busy. I gotta get to work. So get there and do 3 different readings, and they're a bit high. Gee. So I give those to her. She takes them to the nurse, because it would be wrong of her to send me away with such high blood pressure readings. It's also wrong of you to turn me away when I'm in agonizing pain with my knee and can barely walk with a walking stick. But, so I go see the nurse, lovely nurse. She's so friendly, and I saw her again tonight. I'll tell you about that. We had a chat, and she did my blood pressure. Says it's, it is quite high. I said, yes, but I don't have a history of high blood pressure. It's normally like 140/90 or 130/80, in that range. On a bad day, maybe 150/100, something like that. I said, it's because I'm in a lot of pain. I watch enough medical shows, factual and fictional, to know that your blood pressure goes up when you're in pain because it's adding stress to your body and your heart. And I said to her about my knee. She said, have you managed to see anyone about it? Or when was the last time you saw someone about your knee? And I broke down crying. And I was like, I can't. I said, no one will see me. I can't get an appointment. When I do see someone at like A&E or urgent treatment care, they turn me away because I've got arthritis in the left knee. So they dismiss it as arthritis and tell me to lose weight and it'll be better. And I'll just fix it just like that. Walk around the block a few times a week. And did you see me walk in here hobbling? No, that's not going to happen. And I just broke down crying. So she's like, okay, so she took the blood pressure result up to the GP who was there. I went to talk to him and said, right, he's going to give you a call tonight about your knee and how it's affecting your blood pressure, domino effect, etc. Okay, great. Thank you. On my way, go back to work, waiting for this call. Because they'll do these call appointments or phone consultations where they don't give you time. They'll just call you and expect you to be able to answer the phone. Whatever you're doing, you could be on the toilet, you could be in the shower, answer your phone, because this is your one chance, Jack. So he calls me about 10 to 6. I'm at home, I'm in my pajamas, I'm relaxed, I'm like, he's not going to call, whatever. But he calls, and he's like, yeah, your blood pressure is really high, and I want to check it tonight and go over it again. But you need to be here in 5 minutes because we're about to close up for the night. And I said, well, I'll try. I said, I'll turn up in my pajamas, but, I can be there in a few minutes. And he was like, well, you need to be here within 5 minutes because we're going to shut for the night. And don't go to the toilet because I need to do a urine test. And I'm literally saying, like, I just got in from work. I've already been to the bathroom, so I'll try, to do that for you. And, and I said, well, if I can't make it, if I miss you, then what? Oh, you have to call up tomorrow and make another appointment. So I haul ass and get there. Luckily, I live within half a mile, if that, in my pajamas and my Buc-ee's pants, lounge pants, and I just threw on a sweatshirt. Didn't even put my bra on. I'm like, you know what? You want me there in 5 minutes? You're going to just take me as I come, dude. Check some blood pressure. It's high. Of course. No shit, it's high. You just told me I've got to be there within 5 minutes or I'm pushed off to the side again. Of course it's going to be high. You're stressing me out. And could not get a word in edgeways on the phone other than saying, great, I'm on my way. That was it. He wouldn't listen to anything I had to say. Downed a bottle of water on the way. So luckily I managed that for him. So basically what happened was he's put me on a blood pressure pill, a temporary one, to get my blood pressure down and see how that works. Apparently my kidneys are leaking protein, so he's concerned about that. But he's not done anything about that, so don't know, whatever. And he wanted me to have an ECG. So I've gone tonight after work. I left work a little bit early and had ECG done. And they said they're happy with the result. It's not great, but it's not bad. He wants it to get in a certain range, with my blood pressure in a certain range. So come back and see the nurse in 2 weeks' time. Luckily, I was speaking to the same nurse tonight that I did the other day. And I said, okay, that's great, but can I make an appointment with you for 2 weeks' time? She said, yeah. She said, for nurses, you can book in advance. Hallelujah for that. So before I left, I made an appointment to see her again before work. So I'll get that done, then go to work. But I saw this GP, and I was like, look, so my blood pressure is high because I'm in pain. My knee is killing. Literally, as soon as I'd say the word knee, he's like, no, don't have time to talk about that. Here, talk about your blood pressure, and that's it. Okay. So needless to say, I was not happy because it's just, I don't have a history of high blood pressure. I mean, I didn't start showing high blood pressure until I did a reading in October, and that's when my knee started to really get bad. It was noticeably bad. It's where I can't get comfortable, so I'm not getting much sleep at night. It's affecting my work because I'm tired, because I'm not sleeping at night, because I'm in pain, because I can't get my knee comfortable. It'll be comfortable for a couple of minutes, and then it'll start to tweak, and I'll have to move it, and that's not right, no, that's not right, and put a pillow under it, do this, put an ice pack on it, whatever. Oh, that's another thing. I've been on ibuprofen, because everybody said, take ibuprofen, because there's inflammation and stuff. And apparently ibuprofen can raise your, not raise your blood pressure. It can cause your kidneys to leak protein. So that could be the cause of it. But did he ask me or listen to me about what I'd been taking? No. Yeah. So I'm going back to see the nurse in 2 weeks to check my blood pressure again, see how these pills are working. So it has brought it down a little bit, and I've been on them 4 days. Thursday, I'm seeing a physiotherapist at the GP about my knee. They were going to call me, do a phone consultation, which is fine, I guess. But then they actually called me today, and I said, "Oh, they're going to call me on Thursday." I said, "Oh no, I had time, I had a spot, so I've called you today." Quick little chat. They did most of the talking again. But I've got an appointment to actually see them Thursday morning. And I am going armed with questions and statements and being, look, but possibility he's going to try me on cortisone injection, see how that works. Because there's just so many people involved. It's like, and the one thing we found out was about my knee. Oh, I shouldn't have been trying to book in with my GP in the first place. I should have been trying to book in with a physiotherapist. But they never tell me that. Even when I would ring up and say, this is my problem. And they never said, oh, you need to see a physiotherapist. Let me make an appointment. Or call back tomorrow and say you need a physiotherapist. So that was one reason why my time was being wasted. Yeah, so I'm seeing him Thursday because, but then if we do the cortisone injections, he can administer those. He has to say, yes, they'll be ideal for you. Let's give it a shot. And then book me an appointment with another person on another day who can administer the injections and refer me to the team who can then do the MRI if they see that that's what I need, which I'm telling you now, it's what I need. Because I got the x-ray to show it's not bone. And part of me, I know this won't happen just because the attention and care I've gotten so far. Part of me would love it if come Thursday, or even when I do get an MRI and they have a feel, have a look, a listen, or whatever, and they go, dear God, how are you still walking? Why have you not seen anyone since now? I was like, well, let me tell you. I'm sitting around, actually, please let my muscles be like on thread, just about to completely come off of the other bone, and just this horrendous case to where we need to do this now, because that's how it feels. My bestie Kiara has got me a very sexy phone strap. It looks like kind of like a bondage phone strap. It's got rubber that goes around all four corners and a back thing where you can put your cards if you need to. And it's got a strap around your neck. Because I said to her, I'm worried if this thing does go out from under me properly and I fall and I can't get back up, or I fall and hit my head. I live alone. I work alone. I'm be like that old lady on the commercial saying, oh, I've fallen and I can't get up. So she got me that. And so So that's it. I've got a nasty bruise, and I don't even know where that's come from. So that's it. Seeing the physio Thursday. And then back to the nurse to check on blood pressure on the 14th. And see what happens from there. Hopefully he'll book me in with whoever this is that can give me the cortisone shots. But it's just more time off work. And I know my boss is good, and he's like, whatever you got to do it. But I'm just like, yeah, but I'm the only one here. If I'm not here, the funeral home's closed for however long. And I've got funerals coming up, and that need to be arranged and booked. And so I think it's just that mentality of, you know, putting everything else first. You know, oh, I'm fine. I'll be fine. It's me. I'll bounce back. Everything will be fine. Whatever. And I'm like, no. Or Kiara even, she's like, no, you've got to get this fixed before, you know, it's very much take care of yourself before you can take care of others. But I just don't like I'm still new at this job. And now I'm having to take time off randomly, for all of this. And I just hope it's not too often. I try to get appointments like first thing in the morning so I can go there like at 8:30 and then go to work. So at least I'm like maybe half an hour late, or leave an hour early at the end of the day rather than in the middle of the day. That's an ideal world. That's how I would do it. That's what I'm trying to do. So, anyway, and I've got a engineer meeting me at work next week to service my mobility scooter because the batteries won't recognize the full charge, even though they've been like charging all night. And the guy said they could need new batteries. I've had it 4 or 5 years, so they could just be on their way out, or it could be a wiring issue. So I'm getting that sorted because that thing's about to be my best friend. So chances are I'm going to go to country in March. I'll be my mobility scooter. And then I'll just have to store that at like customer care and sit on. Luckily, I don't get seats too far down the steps, but I'll have my stick and I'll have my big strong friend Kinsey with me, and it'll be fine. But I mean, a couple of steps here and there I can manage with my stick, but just not walking around all day. And I like to go all day and enjoy the whole experience, all the pop-up bands and marketplace and all that kind of stuff. So, and I know ain't none of this made a damn bit of sense. I just ramble, and that's what I do. I ramble. But yeah, basically, I'm in a lot of pain. I have trouble getting about. I'm generally worried about falling and hurting myself further, either my knee or not hitting my head and going unconscious, or, you know, worst case scenario. And it's just ridiculous. It's not while I was in there waiting. There was a gentleman come into the GP, want to book an appointment because he said he's damaged his esophagus and he's been like, blood has been coming up. I got to call at 8 o'clock on the day and make an appointment. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like, can I just put that now? No, sorry. Try the. It's like, the man said he's been coughing up blood. Make him a goddamn appointment. You know, that's my thing about the system. It's not the people, it's the system. If it's an emergency, again, you've been up all night vomiting, you've got a fever, that kind of thing, make an on-day appointment. If it's a follow-up, if it's I need some help, but it's not urgent, I can wait a couple of days, you should be able to book in advance. I don't see how difficult that is. I honestly don't. You know, and I get, yeah, that would take away from the on-the-day appointments, but it would just make it more of a fair playing ground, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not urgent. I'm not going to die today, you know, but this needs seen to. And I can't call the GP at 8 o'clock in the morning because I'm driving down country roads with no reception. So I can't, you know. At the moment, they're not offering online booking through their website. You can do like a request form. So sort of a thing, but not like make an actual appointment. I think you could before COVID. I vaguely remember doing that. Maybe. Anyway. So that's it. That's it's been sitting there in one position for a while. It was comfy. Now it's not so comfy. But even just to touch the skin where it hurts. Like, not even pressure, just gently, just like that. And it's like, it hurts. So, and I can feel nodules moving. Who knows? But I genuinely would love a, holy shit, this is very bad. I'm so sorry. This is taking us, some sort of, I want it to be worth it. This is going to sound so bad. But when you've been in a traffic jam for an hour and it's a crash and you're just like, oh, be worth it. I know that's so bad. But you know what I mean? I don't want it to be, oh, this is just a minor thing. That's no problem. Yeah, the cortisone shot will fix it. No. I want it to be, my tendons and ligaments are literally about to snap off the adjacent bone. I want it to be worth all this pain and this waiting, and then be like, oh dear, let's expedite this and put you on the fast track to an MRI scan and to whatever else needs to be done. So, yes. With that being said, because I watch so many YouTubers who say that, with that being said, me and Gage started counting the other day. With that being said, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for being subscribers and for following me and whatever it is I'm doing with this YouTube channel. I'm gonna get some more videos of Rome up soon. But just thought I'd just let you in a bit more of who I am, what's going on in my life. Because I do work 2.5 jobs. I'm not sure how you want to put it. Full-time at the funeral home. Sundays at my old job at a call center, basically. And then I do cat sitting randomly whenever my clients book me. So this weekend I've got a client booked for that. And then Monday for almost 2 weeks I've got another client booked. And just gives me a bit of extra money. But and then on YouTube. That's why I never go anywhere. I ain't got time to go anywhere. I ain't got time with money to go anywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is getting too long, and I'm just rambling away. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.